Blake and Robo Ed from Life After the Cover Save podcast. Now, I met these guys a few years ago at LVO. I remember meeting them and talking with them and regaling our love for chaos. At least that's how I remember the memory. And I've talked to them since. And I've been a guest on their podcast. So check out the links below if you want to listen to a good time of a podcast. I'll explain it that way because they know no bounds when it comes to the fun factor that ensues in their podcast. Now, that being said, let's change gears super quick because some of you might be jumping on because you see that we're going to be giving away some stuff, and that is absolutely correct. We will be giving away... I'm just going to grab it because it's right here.
We got this covered. Covered today.
One of these right here. This is the new bunker. I have one painted up. This is still in the box. You will get this if you are the winner. I'm talking to you specifically.
Wow.
There's also another one here. This one is a sponsored giveaway from Mortian. If you guys have seen this, if you haven't seen Mortian, check out their website. They sell miniatures, and this is one of the super big ones that they sell. This is a crawler. It's a super heavy crawler. So basically you can bring it as a Forge World, whatever you want. And then Blake and Ed also have a giveaway.
Save the biggest one for last.
I don't want to steal your thunder, Chaos Dave, but you have all these awesome models, all this plastic, a Forge World proxy. But Ed, why don't you show everybody what we got?
It's a bottle opener.
So you actually have the best giveaway. And the reason why is because yours is universally usable by everyone, whereas mine is not. So I'll say it that way. So, okay.
Try opening a pop bottle with a hammer fall bunker. You're going to destroy the bunker.
Yeah, I think so. That pretty much is how it's going to work.
And imagine how difficult that is just to carry around. You can't put a Mortian super crawler in your wallet and just whip it out to open up a soda cap. But you can with the Life After the Cover Save Common Gaming Podcast bottle opener. It's right in your wallet.
So jumping right in here for a second now, Life After the Cover Save Podcast. You guys have been doing that for a number of years. How many years have you guys been doing it?
Over 10.
Over 10. And what made you decide to start doing a podcast?
Oh, actually, it was our third co-host that's not here with us anymore. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yeah. He was getting into podcasts, and he thought that we could do it.
Well, yeah, we were listening to Dice Like Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was a big one, and 40K Radio.
Yep.
Yeah.
And before 40K Radio broke up for that one time, 10 years ago, they broke up.
Yeah.
Josh was like, we are funnier than these guys. We can do this better. That's right. That's what he said.
Right? Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he was right.
Yeah. He was right.
Because we're still here. Strike while the iron's hot. I think that's the word you used, Ed, right?
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot.
So you guys are hobbyists. You play the game. What armies do you guys play?
Oh, God. You know what? There's a lot of armies that we play. And we're just talking about 40K, correct? We're not talking about fantasy.
I mean, you could. I mean,
or AOS.
Yeah, I mean, it's all encompassed by the same.
Do you need to get out your spreadsheet, Ed?
Yeah, I probably have to get out my spreadsheet. I got probably 5 corn armies. That's what I got. 5 corn armies.
Really?
Because that's what you guys want to hear. So I'm just going to say 5 corn armies. Because you don't want to hear that I've got Tau. You don't want, especially Tau.
No,
you don't want to hear that I've got Eldar. You don't want to hear that I got Imperial Guard. But I also got Space Marines.
What kind of Space Marines?
Well, I got some Blood Angels and a lot of unpainted Space Marines. So.
Okay, all right. Yeah. If you're gonna go with Space Marines, I mean that's the core and best thing. I mean that's the next. I mean I'm glad that you collect Blood Angels.
It's just so close.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very close. Oh yes. Yes.
I got Necrons. I got Necrons too.
Necrons.
That's
okay.
only because of the starter set, really.
So you're excited about the the new Necrons then. You must be.
I must be.
Yeah,
I must be excited.
There's no other choice.
I think everybody's excited about Necrons. Yeah. Go ahead, Blake.
In terms of 40K, I don't have the same degenerate addiction to collecting armies that my compatriot RoboEd does, but I do have just a degenerate addiction in a different way, and that's skirmish game rulebooks. But in terms of 40K, I have Blood Angels, and which for a long time, you'd like this, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make them Knights of Blood successor chapter.
Okay.
Or who were excommunicated because they might have killed too many planets by accident.
See, I like this. Yes, I like it.
So they're like half. Some people consider them just a chaos warband. They've been excommunicated, but when they were going to defend Baal from the Tyranids, the Knights of Blood showed up.
Oh.
But they stayed far away because they didn't want to risk the Inquisition. The Lamenters didn't show up, so
yeah,
they weren't there. No, they were too busy being yellow.
And then I got some Tyranids. Tyranids is my next project, I suppose, but none of it's really painted. I'll be honest with you.
So, okay, question for you guys: how big is your painted collection versus your pile of shame?
Ooh. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say probably like 85% to 15% painted. Because I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff.
85% painted or 85%
no.
unpainted?
No.
Other way around.
85%. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I would say my percentages are higher than that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have as much stuff.
Okay.
And also, you cherry picked everything that was painted for your army. So, because we had collaboratively made an army, we painted an army of Blood Angel stuff. So so he pulled all the stuff that he wanted to keep, and it was mostly painted. So his would be maybe 50-50 or
maybe 30, 35, 40. But the real issue was it's all firstborn. I only have really have firstborn stuff.
What does that mean? What do you, let's specify. So, I see. Okay.
Mini Marines.
No Primaris. You don't have any Primaris.
Not really, no.
Wait, not really. So is there some then?
Okay, so me and Ed, we share many things.
Yeah.
Including models and purchases at a certain point.
Yeah.
So there's a large sections of our collections that we both kind of mutually own.
Yeah.
Shared space, shared possessions.
Yeah.
Like a hippie couple.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I have access to Primaris Marines, yes.
Yeah.
But so does Ed. But Ed's kind of the keeper of the hearth in that way, though.
So it's because I buy a lot of stuff.
So from what I understand, you both have Primaris, but you don't play it, but it's both yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard right. You heard right.
Okay.
And I'm just not ready to make that plunge into the Primaris side.
Cross that river,
right,
so to speak.
The Rubicon Primaris, as it's known.
Okay.
And I have all this Tyranid stuff, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just do some Tyranids. I like close combat. Boom.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No, I certainly understand that from a Khorne standpoint. Close combat's awesome. And so, all right, here's the next question then for you guys. What do you think would be the best next? Actually, to be specific, what do you think the new Xenos Codex is going to be?
Wait, like a current one, or if they're going to build a new one?
The one that was hinted at.
Oh, dude, I've heard this rumor that it's like time travelers, and it sounds really silly. Like they could take back turns or something, take back movement. They could do stuff out of phase, but it's like a fungus. I'll just say that.
What?
That is a legal answer.
It's a legal answer.
Okay, so what do we have? We have Necrons. Technically, that's Thanos.
Mm.
We got books. We got everything else. Tau,
Yeah.
Eldar, Orcs.
A new race, though.
Are you talking about a new race,
I-
or just what's the next codex?
I guess what do you think? Do you think it is a new race, or do you think it's a redo of one of the old?
I mean, knowing Papa GW's predilections and tastes,
Yeah.
aka money, it could be a new race, or okay, you say a fungus race though. The orcs are fungus.
This is true. Yeah, yeah. But this is a different kind of fungus. You know what I mean?
No.
They don't look like orcs. They're not fungus. Here's what I'm thinking now. Now that you got my wheels spinning here,
That's what I do.
you know how Age of Sigmar took old armies and then they took specific units from armies and made a whole new army out of it in Age of Sigmar. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they took the dryads, and now everything's a tree thing. They took like the troll slayers and they made a whole army out of troll slayers.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe they'll do the Vespid from the Tau and make a whole new army of Vespid that can ally with the Tau.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take one of those,
Gene Stealer cults from Tyranid.
or like an ogre army instead of being just a one unit from the IG. You know,
I would love an ogre army. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
You know what? If the smart money says it's going to be a new race, I don't know. I haven't heard these rumors. I live under a rock, but it wouldn't surprise me. But if it was a new codex, like what's the next existing line that's coming up? Maybe Eldar.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of like Blackstone involved with the Necrons, right? Isn't there a lot of Blackstone with the Necrons? So I'm sure that might have something to do with the psychic stuff happening, and maybe in the storyline, this is where the Eldar will pop in because it makes sense because they're dealing with Blackstone of the or whatever. Maybe Eldar, yeah.
I think that makes sense because it's very rare, and they've been around a long time, and if anyone has run into it, it would probably be the Eldar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they're talking like a new race. Wow.
New race.
I'm excited. And not going to buy it. I don't have the money.
All right. So you mentioned a bunch of armies. I heard you say 5 Khorne armies. Is there any other Chaos army that is played between the two of you?
We don't own any Chaos. I'm gonna be honest.
For 40K, we do not dabble in the Dark Gods. However, in Age of Sigmar, I am a Chaos guy. Okay. Chaos Mortals.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I have Slaves of Darkness and some Bloodbound.
Yep. So you could play Chaos Demons at 40K if you really wanted to.
Yeah, if I wanted to get on that horse, I could go both ways with the demons.
Yeah, I think that's the next purchase I'll do, Blake, just for you.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a problem. I can stop at any time.
Which one would it be? If you were to collect a Chaos Space Marine Legion, which one do you think it would be?
Oh no, I probably wouldn't do the Legion. I'd probably do Demons because then you can play both games.
Oh, okay.
That's always a selling point.
Yeah, that's a really strong move. Yeah. I'm with you on that one. But if I had to pick, I know this is not going to sound right, but I'd probably pick like the Nurgle guys.
Oh.
Because I've always been a fan of Nurgle, and I think they have a really nice line of models.
Yeah. I think Blake is able to see himself as a Nurgle.
I would probably
his representation on the battlefield.
Yeah. I could probably easily get a Big Nasty B commission done.
Yeah.
By some all-star out there, Sam Lins maybe. And he could like make me. Yeah. And that would be the general. It's Big Nasty B coming in, guts hanging out.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, I do have a soft spot for Nurgle, but I do like Khorne. I think Khorne and Nurgle are my two favorite of the Chaos gods.
Yeah. Oh. No, Death Guard is a nicely fleshed out army for Chaos for sure. They're new with their models that are unique to them. They have their own codex. You got their Psychic Awakening. Like it's a nice army to collect for sure. Yeah.
And they got a Primarch too.
And they have a Primarch. Yeah. A living Primarch. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And they're hard to kill. There's that too.
They're tough.
They are tough.
He was tough.
Yeah. They are tough. What about? So would it be the same for you, Ed?
No, I probably wouldn't go Nurgle. I think. Okay, so I read, what was that book called? It was one of the Horus Heresy books where it's Magnus is trying to warn the Emperor about Horus is turning, and he wrecks the webway, or not the webway, maybe it was the webway. He wrecks the protections that the Emperor's been setting up, the psychic protections, and then they send Fulgrim, I forget his name now, for leaving Russ to go take him in, and then he has to sell his soul to become a demon, basically, because he can't psychically fight them all off. It's a sad story. Is what I'm trying to say. The Magnus story is kind of sad because he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing, but he found out like, oh, my brother's turning. I gotta go tell Dad, and then he gets in trouble, and I feel like I would join his army, which is what are they? Because Magnus's guys, he's 1,000 sons.
Yep.
Yeah, because they got all the psychic powers.
And they're a good look.
Yeah, and he's also a Primarch that's in the game. So I've always felt for Magnus.
Yes, he did do nothing wrong after all.
Yeah,
I think it's a very interesting thing that I never really thought about because I don't really read the Horus Heresy books. And it makes perfect sense, and I say it out loud, and people are going to laugh at me. But yeah, people will read the books and begin to identify with a character, and that will inspire them to go more like, oh, I think this army is cool, and I like this book about this army. It's cool. It's like, no, it's deeper. Yeah. It's like I really, really loved this character.
I think I like that right. more.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I would certainly recommend listening to Black Library, Horus Heresy. I started listening to some audiobooks because for me to read, man, like a couple pages and I fall asleep. It's hard for me to read, but for me to listen to an audiobook is totally different because I can do other stuff and listen. Yeah. And so I started with Black Legion, not Horus Heresy, but it was recommended by a bunch of guys on a podcast. I forget which one, but I'm like, okay, I'll give it a listen. It was fantastic. It drew me right into the characters. And ironically, I listened because there's 2 Black Legion books. I listened to the second one first, not knowing it was the second one. And then I saw the other one. I'm like, oh, cool, there's another one. But it was the first one to it. So, and then I went into the Horus Heresy. And then that's where it was recommended to me that I should listen to Betrayer.
Yeah.
And that just blew me away.
That was Karn, right?
That's Karn and Angron, and just so amazing. Yeah,
I did read the Aaron Dempsey Bowden books on the Soul Reavers or whatever. I don't know. It was like the main character was like a guy who didn't necessarily like the chaos influence that was happening in his warband, but he had been excommunicated, and other people in his group had started to develop and fall in different ways. And like as he's dropping down with a drop pod, one of his battle brothers, who is at this point enthralled with Khorne, like he's fallen to Khorne, like the way he was describing how his battle brother was like degrading into this madness of like bloodlust and all that kind of stuff was really cool. Mm-hmm. I wish I knew that series, like a trilogy or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar, but yeah, it sounds fun. There was also the first Heretic. Have you guys heard of that one?
Yeah.
That was also awesome. I think that was a good one to start listening to. I listened to that one before Betrayer, and that made me appreciate the word bearers a lot more. Just seeing kind of like their point of view, and yeah, I mean they're the first ones, right?
Two points to make. I respect somebody who listens to the story and gets excited about starting a new army instead of somebody who's like, well, what army's going to win me tournaments? I want to build that army. I respect them more. Second, audiobooks are great because, like, I don't know how to read. So, like, just being able to read, listen to the books, it's fine.
Yeah,
So,
maybe I should listen to maybe I should listen to some of the stuff, rather than try to read it.
Yeah, and it's funny because like after you know it, it's like, oh man, the book's over.
Yeah,
I want more.
Yeah, because you can multitask. And do other things.
I agree to a degree though, because I find that sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm doing something, I'm really involved in something, then I find that there's a bunch of stuff that I've missed.
True.
Because I'm following the story and I'm kind of creating it in my brain as they're saying it.
I mean, I wouldn't put together like an IKEA furniture while you're doing it, or try to rebuild your engine of your car. But like, if you're painting a model, that's the perfect time.
Yeah. Perfect.
Painting, driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're driving to a place, not if you're like trying to follow directions.
That's fair. That's fair.
Going to work, coming back from work.
Yeah.
That's when I listen to my audiobooks. So, good idea. I should consider it. Thank you, David.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into even if you're not in the chaos, just the way, especially Aaron Dempsey about it, the way he writes makes you. He does a very good job of making you empathize with the characters, whether you think they're good or bad. There's no such thing as a good or bad. I find what he writes is like his characters are very multi-dimensional. You can see their points of view.
He's one of their best writers, I think.
Hands down, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, friend of the show, Justin Hill, we have a soft spot for as well.
Yeah.
And then, Aaron Disney, I've always been very impressed with his writing. So they're not all created equal, but they're all very talented.
Absolutely. And it's actually insane how many Black Library books there are. Like it's insane. Like there's just so many. And where do you start, right? I would recommend starting with the armies that you're interested in, because it just makes you love them even more.
I hear they're releasing an orc book from the point of view of orcs.
Are they?
Yeah, Loopy. You know Loopy from Masters of the Forge. I guess he's having the guy on or something.
Oh, interesting.
I'll look in the Discord real quick to get the title. So I'll keep moving.
I wonder if they think in complete sentences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder if it's going to be all like the way they talk, and that's like the entire book.
Me angry, real angry. Oh, humans!
It's
smash
called Brutal Cunning, an
wow.
epic WA novel by Mike Brooks.
Okay.
And it's I guess that he was having him on, and I'm like, what's that?
I'm gonna have to listen to this audiobook or read the book.
You know what? I think I'm curious about this too. Just to hear it from the point of view of an orc. And see, that's unique. That's interesting.
Read it because they have a little thing here on what it is. Read it because it gets into the heads of a band of orcs in the first ever novel from their point of view.
Wow.
Cool.
So then it's the green tide descends upon an Adeptus Mechanicus Forge world, and they're getting ready to loot.
Nice. So, that's coming right off the heels of the Crusade campaign that I'm finishing up, where I started Orcs. I played Orcs for the entirety of the campaign, and it's been so much fun, man. And you guys play Orcs?
Yep.
Yeah. I love the Orcs. I just love them. I'm very tempted to start collecting Orcs, to actually like include it as one of the roster, one of the armies in the roster.
You should.
Yeah.
How did
you could paint him red? You could paint him red. Have Redskin Orc, like the Red Hulk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal: the taint of chaos spreads its tendrils every which way, in shadow and in public. Like why wouldn't orcs fall to chaos?
That's a very good question. Why wouldn't they?
But then again, like, aren't they all like inherently? That's the thing. Orcs are a weird thing because they're a fungus, They reproduce asexually, and I think they're all psychic. They're all like at least a little bit psychic. So when the weird boy, if I'm right, Ed,
Yes.
when the weird boy is going off,
Yeah.
that's because he's drawing in all the psychic energy.
Yep.
From around him.
Yeah. For every 10, it's add 1 to his psychic roll that are within like 10 inches of him or something like that.
But to me, like they like violence and crumping and like, you know, why wouldn't they fall to chaos here or there? But you know.
At least corn, especially corn.
Especially corn. And, you know, on that, I was just going to say, can you imagine an orc army that was basically a corn army and orc boys with their close combat weapons, and they are corn. Like, you use them as berserkers.
Yeah. Well, our, you know, Loopy, he does a, what do you call them?
Dorks. The dorks, yeah.
Dorks?
They're demons, I think, right?
It's a demon army, but it's made from orcs.
Oh, so cool. So how does that work? What models are replacing what there?
That's a good question. We don't know.
I think it does. He did a custom, like he did more of a custom, like Juggernaut type thing.
I think he did use some demon models. Like I remember his greater demons might have been greater demons. But like we saw this years ago when we were in England. But he just painted their skin red. I remember that much.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what the Goth culture clan does?
The Goth culture or the Goth counterculture clan?
I don't know enough about orcs to know what you just asked me.
Okay.
No, the counterculture. Well, Goths are wealthy, right? They tend to be more wealthy, right?
Someone just left a comment. They said that if they're going to be a group of orcs that turn to corn, Goths would be the ones that would make the most sense. And so what's the reason why for that? Do you guys agree first off?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
I play orcs and I don't even know what that means. They seem like they're the biggest war band.
Are they the biggest? Do they they revel? I think maybe it's like in close combat they get a bonus. Maybe that's it.
Maybe. I don't know what the actual special rule is because I haven't played since 7th edition. But Gaskull is a Goth.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think the Goths are basically the Ultramarines.
Yeah.
They're the most numerous. I see. Okay, so I'm looking at comments here.
Yeah.
They specialize in boys. Okay, so they have a ton of boys. Okay, what more than that? They're numerous and they have a lot of boys. What's the rule that makes them special?
Well, no, we're just saying what he would do is he would just Loopy anyways. He was running a demon army by codex,
right?
But he was just proxying everything to orc models. But I mean,
okay, here it is. Someone said that the rule is they get exploding 6s in close combat, so that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
I was about to say the F word. I like that. I love exploding dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to paint them cleanly, says Happy Little Guy. What does that mean? You don't have to paint them cleanly.
It just means you don't have to paint them, like you could keep them all dirty and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Dirty orc.
Dirty
chaos.
Could be messy.
Like you do a lot of washes, you know. You know what? Painting orcs is really easy, Dave.
Painting orcs is secretly easy.
It's secretly easy because it depends on what color scheme you're going for. But if you have like the yellow armor with the green skin, you just paint them all yellow, and then you just wash the skin green, and then the armor stays yellow.
Cool.
But that wouldn't be a Goth. I think the Goths are more black and
black checkered. Yeah.
Would you wash it green or would you wash it blue, and then it becomes green because of the blue and yellow?
No. Blue it would probably be really dark. It might actually be blue. But the green wash that GW has over yellow makes it a really bright, nice green.
I love that yellow on the orcs. It makes it pop so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Steve. Steve has the Orc Army that's painted up yellow, which is Bad Moons, I believe. That's the color scheme. Yeah, it's my favorite color scheme. Even though, like, to have a red army kind of makes sense orc-wise.
Yeah.
But it just looks awesome. It looks the best.
Yeah.
Well, bottom line is you have some avenues.
Yeah.
You have some avenues that you can pursue if you want to get creative and try to mix in the corn influence with the orc influence, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you can also if you want to start small, Dave, you could bring in buy a unit of orc boys, paint them up, and just have them be berserkers in your army until that orc army expands into a full army of its own.
I see what you did there. Okay.
And face, I know the mini wargaming, the brand and the studio and the people. You guys are all about having a good time, and I don't think if you showed up at your studio, or even if you showed up to play with a guest, or no one's going to be like, no, get those orc boys off the table. This is a chaos army, and I don't think you're going to have any problems with that.
And if you did, do you really want to play that person to begin with? No, you don't.
I did that. No.
Yeah.
They would not be welcome in the Shrine of Chaos. No. So changing gears for a second here. So this is a question I like to ask people because it's a good gauge on kind of where you're at in terms of the hobby, because there's many facets to the hobby. So what would you say is out of playing, painting, and lore, which ones would you say you do the most of?
Is collecting one of the things? Because
to me, that's part of painting, because it's like,
okay,
that's the hobby aspect, right? So in my mind, I clump it into the same, although I guess that is different than painting. That's like
because I can buy and never paint, Dave. I can buy and never paint a model, but I can have all of them. Let's see. I would say it would be the hobby aspect for me, because I do a lot of building. I do a lot of painting. Just a lot of the stuff I paint is not for me. I paint for other people. Sometimes.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Ed is a talented painter.
And so it would have to be the hobby side, because we don't get a chance, and especially in the world as it is right now, it's hard to get games in with people.
Okay. That's fair too. Yeah.
So
here's the thing though. Ed will still beat me if we play a game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the game. Ed's going to beat me at the game. A miniature game.
Most of the time.
I just don't want to bend over very much and look at the line of sight of the model. For me, I don't know. I really like miniature skirmish rule books. Really, that's what I'm into. I'm not much of a painter because it's very frustrating. A lot about the hobby side, I don't have a lot of confidence in. And then when I get excited about building lists, but then it's like, oh no, we have to do this for 3.5 hours, play this game, and that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, oh no, well there goes that squad.
Yeah. I think back in 5th edition, Blake was very much into building lists and thinking about the battle in his head, and then he would play it. But he was really into playing.
But you know what? I don't think for 40K in fantasy, it's not, the lore is definitely the weakest element of it for me.
Yeah.
I think these days probably playing and hobbying are more level. I am excited though, because I'll watch YouTube videos or chat with people or see what our listeners and patrons are doing. And I do get excited about their projects, and it makes me get excited about what I want to do. Yeah. I have a lot of projects in my head, and I got the Tyranid stuff that I want to do. It's all gray plastic, and it's mostly in sprue. So this is an opportunity to maybe do an army from the ground up, and I'm getting the Scale 75 instant color contrast style paints pretty soon. And I think I want to use those paints and explore the techniques of that to really make a neat Tyranid army. So I think right now I'm definitely in the hobby mode, I suppose.
Are you guys, how good are you at finishing a project before you start a new one?
I don't think I've never finished a project, dude.
Okay.
He'll have multiple projects going on.
Ongoing process?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, are you painting anything right now, Ed?
I'm in the middle of painting terrain.
What kind of terrain?
Well, I finished up a big old Zone Mortalis set recently.
Oh, yeah.
4 boxes?
And it was 4 boxes of doors and walls. and that took a while, but that was, I mean, it turned out pretty good. But I'm doing a I don't even know what it's called. It's the one with the little statues and the buttresses, whatever that one is.
Okay,
It's got the four statues.
yeah.
Smaller.
I forget the name of it. It's like a Latin name, right? It's like a
It's a basilicum.
Basilica
Basilicum.
Administrarium.
Basilicum Administratorum.
All right.
Okay, he is where you are. Yeah, I think consistently he is doing hobby stuff, but yeah.
So what would you guys say? So last question. We're gonna do a Chaos Comet Bomb in just a minute. So last question here before we do that. What would you guys say to somebody that was just introduced to the hobby? What would you say to them? And you wanted to get them into the hobby.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I was going to answer before you said that. Yeah, boy.
So clarification. So this is a person who has bought some models.
They're curious, like, huh, this looks interesting.
All right.
Yeah, so they're at that stage.
I'll start it up then. I'll let you think on this one, marinate for a little bit. I would be like, this is a fun and expensive hobby. And you will get what you put into it. Mm-hmm. And you can, if you find the right crew of people, you can have amazing times and have real friendships. And if you want to play competitively, like serious competitive stuff, there is a way you can do that. If you want to like revel in the lore and, build and paint the stuff that you get inspired by these books, check out this book. You might like it. Then there's a way you can do that. If you just want to have, have an artistic experience of modeling and painting, it's infinity path there too. So don't let anybody tell you what you should be doing. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Wow. That was really good.
It's a good answer. Yeah.
It's like I'm on a podcast. Opinions.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you want to start playing, I would say, and you want to do the full hobby experience, I would pick something that is aesthetically pleasing to you. Pick something that you feel like, oh, that will be fun to paint. Start there, because I don't know. If someone just tells you, oh, you should play this army, and you don't like the way it looks or feels, you're not going to enjoy yourself as much. You're not going to be inspired to paint.
Yeah.
And just get a lot of information. You got to get a lot of information before you just jump into some things, like watch videos, go to YouTube, learn some things, and then, just start playing. I don't know. I can't top what Blake said. It was too good.
No, it was a good answer. Good answer honestly, it's like, it's a positive thing. I honestly like, as much as, people kind of gripe about the ways in which GW does things and releases their armies and whatever. Like at the end of the day, we're playing this game and we're participating in this hobby that we love, right? It's giving us joy. And so that's pretty cool too.
Real quick, I think two things. One thing is you want to let the person know, and I think this is what I would do also. I'm like, hey man, this isn't the only game in town. There are other companies that make models. There are other brands of paints that make models. There are other games. Mm-hmm. Whether or not you can find players for those games depends on your area. And then second, me and Ed both agree that probably the most valuable thing that we've had in our hobby and podcasting experience over 10 years has been the social interactions we've had with listeners, other people, other creators, and just having good social times.
I was gonna say that no matter what Games Workshop does, like as much as like I may dislike some of the things they're doing or anything like that, the whole reason why I'm here talking to you today is because we played Warhammer 40K. Like all the things that me and Blake have done has all because we played Warhammer 40K. There's always that will always be a positive thing in my life because like we've done a lot of things just because we play Warhammer 40K. Yeah. We've made a lot of friends just because we play Warhammer 40K.
Traveled
the world.
England, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you agree if I were to say that 40K is definitely a way of life? Like you have your life and the stuff that you do and the work and the busyness and whatever, but like at the core of it, you're a war gamer, and so it's like you have this thing that relates to other war gamers. It's kind of like if you see another war gamer, you have this automatic kind of kinship. You know what I mean? Like you're like, hey, what you got there? What army you got? Like you have this thing that you can kind of do right away. You can walk into a hobby shop, kind of anywhere in the world, right? And if you go in with an army, you can pick up a game with somebody.
Yeah, it's almost like an icebreaker or a conversation starter type thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you can go in anywhere, and if someone has a model on the table, you can go up and talk to them about the model.
Yeah.
I say it can be a way of life, or it could just be a hobby, which is a part of your life.
Right.
Some people take on the mantle much more, seriously. Some people start a podcast about it. Some people will have a business.
Yeah.
They have this studio with this creepy suit of armor behind them. And so it doesn't have to be a lifestyle, but it really can be. Yeah.
And on that note, let's do a Chaos Comment Bomb. Yes. So for those of us who have not participated in one of these before, this is how it works. I'm going to post a link in the chat, and this will bring you to a YouTube video. And then on this YouTube video, you leave a comment. And the comment could be something like, Dave, Blake, and Ed say hi from the Shrine of Chaos. Or it could be, collect chaos, because that will make you happy in your life. Or it could say, stop painting the Tau that you're painting right now, and do something that is that will make you a better person to make a friend with. Or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever it happens to be, as long as they know they've been Chaos Comment Bombed by the Shrine of Chaos, that is the goal. The goal is to explode their phone with notifications, because so many people have Chaos Comment Bombed there. And we have one prepared for you guys. This was suggested by Blake and Ed. Berserker Works, if you've heard of that YouTube channel. So I'm going to
Twitch guy, too. He's mostly a Twitch guy.
Mostly a Twitch guy. I'm going to post it like a block of links, so it's unquestionable what YouTube video it is. And just for kicks, I like to click on the video just to see kind of in real time. So he's got 45 comments here, so that's pretty good.
Which one are you doing, by the way?
His most recent video, molding and casting orc totems, or dealing with peer pressure in the hobby community.
Okay. You know what? That one has 666 views.
It does.
Online, so I'd like to see that number go up.
Slanesh calls for that one.
666 views.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know what? This was a good little video he did.
I like it. I had never heard of him before you guys suggested it, and I like his style. His camera work is, you could definitely see the quality and the thought that goes into his videos. And let's face it, his name is Berserker Works, so
exactly
there is also that.
Yeah, good guy. I recommend his stuff very much. We were going to see him at Adepticon.
Oh yeah.
That didn't happen.
We were going to see Dave too.
We were going to see a lot of people at Adepticon, and it is sad. But that doesn't mean that we can't hold out hope for the dead for going to Adepticon in the future.
Yes. It ain't over yet, baby.
It's not over yet. Thank you, everyone who participated. It is like think of it as like a paying it forward to the shrine. So we like to do this tradition before we do the giveaway. It's just because of fun factor. It's not exactly a prerequisite, but it's just fun. It's just fun to do, man. And especially with the smaller channels, it's neat seeing they don't expect it. That and to know that YouTube, it's not spam, because we have individual people leaving comments, so that's perfect. It's the complete opposite of spam.
I mean, I hope someone says, Blake and Ed.
Somebody had.
Okay. Man, there's a lot. Oh man, this is rad. Yeah, we should have put our own YouTube page up there. Awesome. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun.
All right, guys. So let's start with let's do the bunker. Why don't we do that one first?
Sure.
Okay. We're now for this one. What I like to do is grab a keyword. So what people need to do is in the chat, got to leave a word, and this indicates to me that if the mouse wheel lands on you randomly, that you are okay with receiving this through the warp, because it's not done in like an automated way. By the way, there's nothing official here. You don't have to like write an essay to be entered into a contest. This is just simply, it's very loose.
Very chaotic.
It's very chaotic. Yes. So would one of you like to do the honors of suggesting the keyword that people need to type in?
You do this one.
No, I don't know. I'm not.
All right. Keyword for all the lifers out there. Chimichangas. Actually, you know what? Chili dog. That's much easier to spell. Chili dog.
Chili dog. Okay. So type in the word chili. Words. Chili dog. One word. Chili dog. Just type in chili dog. Whatever it happens to. Yeah, it's probably 2 words. Chili dog.
You know what? It depends. It really depends. 1 or 2 words, but it don't matter. It's chili dog.
I guess it's all context, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to eat chili dogs. You are a chili dog. Is it spelled the same way?
Yeah. I really want a chili dog.
I had one last night for dinner.
Oh man, that sounds so good. Oh, by the way, guys, we also want to let you know. Yeah, I mean, Life After the Cover Save comedy gaming podcast is something we do, but we also do the 20-sided realms, and that's what Ed has on the TSR podcast, TSR Pod, 20-sided realms. It's an actual play D&D game, 5th edition, with our original host from Life After the Cover Save when we started, and then one of our best friends and dungeon master, Muppet Hitman, who is basically one of the producers of our show Life After the Cover Save, and we do a D&D game together, and it's a lot of fun. And if you're a Hearthstone fan, you can get his backlogs. We don't do the show anymore, but it was fantastic. It was called Fartstone. And it was super fun, and we really thought it was going to take off because Hearthstone is huge, but it never did. So it's fun. They're like 10 minutes an episode. So, yeah, TSR podcast, 20-sided realms, Life After the Cover Save. Wanted to get in there real quick.
Was that one of the links that you sent me?
No.
We sent a TSR one.
Oh, you did send a TSR one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good job, Ed.
You did. Okay, all right, perfect.
Not a Fartstone, but just
Fartstone's been defunct for a long time, but it was a beautiful eagle.
Yeah.
For that period of time.
But it wasn't a phoenix.
It was not a phoenix. What could be phoenix? If that blows up, listen. If for whatever reason 500,000 people start downloading Fartstone again, we will start up Fartstone again.
Yeah,
that is a promise.
All right, so we're gonna choose the winner now. Got a lot of chili dogs in the chat. All right, 3, 2, 1. Halo Lex. Congratulations, Halo, or Hallow? Maybe Hallow. It's 2 L's. Hallow Lex.
Hallow.
That is a viewer from Twitch. So here, this is what I'm going to do. Hallow Lex, I'm going to send you a message here direct on Twitch. I'm going to send you a whisper.
Yeah, whisper.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Hey, Hallow, you won. You won.
You're a winner. You're a winner. Listen to our show.
So, Hallow Lex, provide your shipping address, and also mention that you won the bunker, because between now and a few minutes from now, I may forget what you won. So, yeah, it's just a good practice.
That's how chaotic Dave is.
Yeah. I won an all-expenses paid tour to the mini wargaming bunker.
Yeah.
That's what I won. Hey, we're sorry we just couldn't afford to get up there to Canada when you opened, by the way. We did want to go, but we couldn't do it.
Hey, it's it's still open. So when the border opens, That's a
Yeah.
different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you came over, you might have to stay because the border is
Oh.
closed.
Interesting.
That would be beautiful. Then I can I'm not going to get into it. But
All right, giveaway number 2. All right, so we're going to go back to the giveaways for a second here just to give you guys a reminder. It is this right here. This is the super heavy war crawler made by Mortian. So check out Mortian, Mortian, Mortian. And this is also being given away right now. So, Blake and Ed, what should the keyword be for this one?
you got it, Ed, not me.
Oh my gosh. Let's call this a Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Love it.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you definitely know that you got to be watching. Oh, that's funny.
I hope that's okay. Did I mess up the keyword?
Ed, I got this next one. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Thank God.
A lot of
A
pressure.
lot of pressure. It was too much. It was too much.
Yeah, the thing is, chimichanga is one of the keywords. It would actually be a great one, but I don't even know how to spell chimichanga exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, and I'm sure Dave doesn't even know what a chimichanga is.
I've had a chimichanga.
Okay, good.
Good.
I've eaten at enough places in the States to know.
Edmonton, right? You're in Edmonton?
Well in Ontario, Canada. So about
Okay.
10 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Oh.
You're East Coast. I knew you were East Coast guy.
What? Yeah. What about what did he call it? Posada. Have you ever had posada?
Fish?
You ever had
Pozole?
Pozole.
When I was in Mexico, I probably had it. There was a lot of food that I ate that I didn't know the authentic names for.
Okay.
Yeah. One time it was cow teat.
Oh, wow.
And
Never had that.
Turtle
That's weird.
soup. It's kind of rubbery. Yeah.
Are you talking about tripe?
See, that's the
Menudo?
Menudo.
Menudo.
Cow
Yeah.
stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, cow stomach. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
I found it kind of like rubber. It was.
It is a little rubbery. It's
Yeah.
chewy.
Yeah.
It's a little chewy, but it's good. It's good.
I remember the broth was good.
Yeah, the broth is good, and the corns, the hominy.
Those are like the
the kernels.
Yeah. It was good.
Oh yeah, whatever, Dave. That's funny.
No, it was better than what's the pigskin called?
Chicharron?
That I did not
Chicharron?
like. I did not like that. No,
You
that
eat pork rinds?
that actually made me throw up. I threw up like
Ah.
projectile in the middle of the street for that one.
Nice.
Yeah. So no good for that. And turtle soup was good. I remember
I've
having
never had
turtle soup.
Wow. Shredder loves turtle soup.
He does.
Shredder.
All right, now choosing the winner.
We're looking for Ghostbusters.
And congratulations, Cody Ellinger. Coding Ellinger. That is that's a Facebook one.
Good job, Cody. Congratulations. Listen to our show live after the cover say.
You did it, Cody.
You're the winner of the 14
Super Crawler.
Super.
Wow, that's a big prize.
Yeah, man. And the last one, you guys. So for this one, I can collect the address and send it your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how wide is your audience? Like, are they all over the world? You're talking international shipping. For you, it's international if it's in the States, but
Yeah.
I see. Because because you might get people from Australia or
it's fine.
the UK.
I'll do it. It's
Yeah,
just-
dude, we don't care, dude. We can do it.
yeah, we got 73 of these things that we just need to get rid of them.
We'll do one today.
One today.
I'll do two. You give me two. Yeah, let's do two.
You do 2 of them.
Like 2 separate ones or 2 for the same person?
No, they really only need one.
They only need one.
There's so much power in one of these things. If he put one in each pocket, he couldn't walk. They couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah. So the key word for one of these.
Yes, keyword.
It's going to be blood.
Blood. Oh, I like it.
Nice.
Oh boy, let's get him. If we can get this to Southern California, we can just deliver it.
yeah.
You know, we'll do what we got to do. I mean, I've never had to send anything to like Singapore or Poland or, Australia. There is a big Australian contingent of.
I have sent stuff to Australia.
Yeah.
Yes, it might actually. Is that small enough to put in like a letter as opposed to a package, or?
Yeah. It could fit in a letter.
I wonder if it goes quicker. I don't know. It might not.
It'd be cheaper for sure. They're light. They're not too heavy.
Yeah, they're not too heavy. They're not very big. The idea is they fit in your wallet. They're credit card size.
Useful. And a weapon like Ninja Tar. You can like throw.
Yeah.
It.
Oh,
Oh, you can mess someone up with one of these.
You could probably like take one of their teeth out too, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little visceral. All right, so choosing the winner now for the first one. Let's see. That's going to be 3, 2, 1. Boom. Bernu Peters.
Oh no, that sounds foreign.
Congratulations, Bernu.
Yeah.
Okay.
We hope you open many a soda pop in Cerveza.
All right. So Bernu Peters, what you'll need to do is email us at support@miniwargaming.com. Make sure to email us support@miniwargaming.com. Let us know that you won the bottle opener and your shipping address, obviously, and I'll forward that on to Blake and Ed.
That's right.
All right, you got the next one. You got the next keyword, Ed, or do you want me to handle it?
There's another keyword. Okay, yeah.
We're giving away 2, right?
Yeah.
So, do you want to do another keyword for the second one, or are we going to continue to use blood?
I think a different one is good. Then we know it's unmistakable.
Okay. Here we go. Red.
Nice. I like it.
I guess that's good.
No one can misspell that.
I just saw one. It literally, as soon as you said that, I see it misspelled.
Yep.
Red, really?
He put rad.
Rojo. That's
Rojo.
Rojo is red in Espanol. See?
Sí, es cierto.
Right.
You've been to Mexico.
Yeah, where did you get that armor? Tell me the story about this armor while we're waiting.
You've been to Mexico. Where'd you get that armor?
You got it in Mexico.
There you go. Yeah, it's a story that writes itself.
Answer both questions. First question, second question, Mexico.
Yes, that's from Art Hammer. Art Hammer made the armor, and I got it. Made the armor, and I got it from them. I got a few suits actually. This one plus like a dwarven suit plus a Sisters of Battle suit, which are all here at the bunker. Which it was.
Do you wear them?
Well, I wear the one, and I also wear the corn one.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Mexico. Yeah, I was there. 2003.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I was a missionary there, and I was teaching people the word. And it wasn't the Book of Lorgar, though. It was a different book. It was a different primordial truth. But so I was there for 9 months. It was awesome.
Jeez.
Our DM Muppet Hitman and producer, he spread the word in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So some interesting stories about Brazil, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Very open. I found it was like, and I'm sure it's similar in Brazil with like, especially like the villages type of areas where people are very open, open doors, kind of very friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only difference between Mexico and Brazil is Blanca lives in Brazil.
Yes.
And he doesn't go to Mexico.
That's true. That's very true. In fact, I don't know if there is any Mexican representation in Street Fighter. Not that I can remember anyway.
There isn't. Maybe now.
later incarnations.
Yeah.
Because when they started putting in like Cammy.
Yeah.
And,
she's Australian though, I think.
Yeah, but I think at that period, Akuma, they started adding a lot more other.
Yeah,
things.
because the Mexicans were really upset. They wrote a lot of letters.
All right, so I'm gonna jump back here to the chat.
Yes.
And landing on somebody randomly here. Mouse wheel. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Cuzzy22.
Cuzzy22. Love it. Congratulations.
Because he was a bear.
22.
Cuzzy was he.
So this
Had
is
a bottle he needed to open.
this is another one on Twitch. So here I'm gonna send Cuzzy22.
I'm excited.
Cuzzy22. There's only one.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Only like 3 people have a bottle cap from us.
Yep.
So these are like hot commodities.
They're rare.
If we see it on eBay,
We should number them.
we should number them. If we see it on eBay, we understand.
Yeah. You won't make any money either.
So, Cuzzy22, thank you very much for your loyal viewership, because this is not the first thing that you have won in the Shrine of Chaos. So that just goes to show that the more you watch, the more you're rewarded with Gifts of Chaos. That's just truth. That's just what happened, right?
Gifts of chaos.
Gifts of Chaos. Gifts in the form of bottle opener chaos.
Amen.
So, so if you could, Cuzzy22, just message me here what your shipping address is and what you won, so I don't forget. And then I'll forward that info off to Blake and Ed. And on that note, a question for you guys. Where can people find you? There are links that are included in this post, just so you guys know, the viewers know. But for you guys, where's the best place for people to find you?
You want me to handle this one, Ed?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You know what? Life after the cover save. You know what? If you want to talk to us, Facebook is a really good spot. Search Life After the Cover Save on Facebook. Life After the Cover Save at gmail.com is that email. That's the extent of our social media. We didn't used to have a website, but it costs money and no one uses it. So you can find us on iTunes, Life After the Cover Save. Libsyn, you can find us on there. Any other podcast aggregate, type Life After the Cover Save. Also, if you're interested, just fair warning, we do say bad words. And, we might dip to some weird talk. But, and we know that's an acquired taste. So if you want to try it out, listen to it in here before you listen to it publicly.
Yeah, on speakers.
Don't
listen on. Yeah.
And then 20-Sided Realms is the D&D show that we do. We have a lot of fun with that. We've had to slow down because of COVID, because we can't all meet up. We just released our Halloween episode. And, Life After the Cover Save and the 20-Sided Realms.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you, guests, for being guests here in the Shrine. You're certainly always welcome back.
Oh, man.
With the 5 corn armies, and even if you don't collect any chaos yet, Blake, but perhaps you will, and do a crossover with both AOS and 40K. That's always a thing that can be agreed to, so I guess we'll see. But no pressure to collect chaos. That'll make a lot of people happy. And this is really just me talking, and it's a test because I like to do another giveaway right now. This is not announced. Didn't tell anyone this because there's always a percentage of people that drop off. And so the people that stay behind, they are rewarded for their loyalty. So
we got another bottle opener.
So just one moment here.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I better get. Yeah, what's this Twitch channel? Let me get in here.
I'm excited here. So chaotic,
Yes.
It's awesome. Some good stuff. Did you look at the super heavy crawler? I didn't look at that.
Yeah, it looked really cool. It was really cool, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a penitent engine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that, and this is like old school. You can hear it. It's metal. So I had this on still in the plastic.
Old hammer, baby.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing to kind of surprise give away. For this one, I'll provide you guys with the keyword. Type in the word witch hunter. Type that in, and then you'll be entered to win.
Wait, witch hunter?
Witch hunter? Witch hunter.
I'm typing it in right now. Witch hunter. I did 2 words. I hope that's all right.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, just so you guys are aware, there is it's still in the plastic, but this one part has been cut. There's a little slit in it.
You know what? I'm out.
Yeah, just so you
How
know.
do I remove my message?
Yeah, and it's probably like has to do with, boxes above being cut or something. Just so you know. So when you receive it, you're like, hey, it's damaged. It's not. Came that way. But it's metal. It's not like it's broken.
Hey, I received this free model for typing into a chat, and it came in damaged.
Type in.
No, those things were like it was a plastic wrap, shrink wrap,
Yes.
a cardboard box, and then it had like a plastic bubble, like a plastic container that all the pieces would go in.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Those old boxes with the
Or
metal.
foam.
Or foam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those were great boxes. Really, really good packaging, quite frankly. But I think I prefer the big old sprues over the metal boxes these days. Anyway.
All right. So, 3, 2, 1. Ellie Davies. Congratulations.
Good job, Ellie Davies.
I did it.
That's on Facebook. Okay.
Oh yeah, that wasn't me.
Ellie Davies.
Ellie
On
Davies
Facebook.
on Facebook.
Check out Live After the Cover Save.
All right, Ellie Davies. So what you'll need to do there is send me a message on the Mini Wargaming Facebook page. Send me a message there. Let me know that you won this penitent engine. And make sure it's on the Mini Wargaming Facebook page. Not the group, not the Mini Wargamer Dave Facebook page, but the Mini Wargaming proper Facebook page. I have to clarify because a lot of times people send it different places. So just to be clear, that's where you need to send the message so that I will see your shipping address so that it can be sent out to you through the warp and in your living room. So thanks again, guys, for joining us today. And thank you guys for joining the discussion as well. And stay tuned next week, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Shrine of Chaos.
Yes.
Any last words?
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. It was a lot of fun.
One thing, real quick. We've been doing this for over 10 years, and you're the first person to invite us on your show. And we've invited tons of people on the show.
Yeah, this is true.
So we want to thank you.
Hold on.
Much.
Wait, hold on. I'm confuzzled. I'm the first person to invite you?
Yes.
Yeah, like we've been on Carl's show before, but that's because we're friends with Carl.
Yeah.
We've been on, a Loopy show before. That's because we're like, have we been on Loopy show?
I don't think so.
Yeah, really, we haven't done much talking on other people's shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like in terms of just a real invite, you were the first, David.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to be the first, and I will always retain that. Then I guess.
Yeah. You remember that first, baby.
All right, you guys are awesome. Take care. Happy wargaming, everyone. We'll see you next week.